Hey everyone, Trevor at Toploaded Gaming. I want to discuss something that's been going on for a little while, and it involves these pixel pals. It's basically pixel art. They're made by PDP, and they call them pixel pals, right? So originally these were released, and I want to say they did Mario from Super Mario 3, Fireman Mario from Super Mario 3, and maybe the Mega Man. My gripe I have with these is obviously I started buying them, but and this is the same thing when it goes to buying real pixel art that people make with the perler beads. To me, it's already this situation where it's like, okay, the only gimmick is it lights up, but realistically, I mean, you can make pixel art, and people have made pixel art that you can turn them into lamps like this very easily. So the only reason that I had to buy these specifically was that it was not only the official sprite, but in most cases with the real sprites that were being used, was on the box it would have the actual logo from the video game itself. See, like Legend of Zelda actually has the NES logo for Legend of Zelda on it, as well as it had it on the box. So it was like official releases of these games, you know, like it was official merchandise of this game. So I thought that was really cool, and I was willing to buy them. And, you know, it's kind of this funny thing, and I want to make it very clear, this is not some attack on 8-Bit Eric. I went to Retropalooza Houston 2016, and I hung out with Eric for a little while, and he is a really cool guy. So this is not at all an attack on him. Really, I just felt like I just need to make a video about this, because every time PDP keeps sending Eric, 8-Bit Eric, these pixel pals, like all the time. He's constantly getting the new shipments of the ones they're about to release, and I feel like every time he makes a video, I get angrier and angrier. And it's like, I feel like I'm coming off standoffish, and it's not how I want to come off to Eric. It's more like I'm judging not him, but the product itself. So with that being said, the reason I have a problem is, now it seems like what they're doing a lot is, and it's something that's kind of plaguing, has been plaguing the pixel art community as well. Instead of making either 8-bit or 16-bit characters, they're taking game franchises that don't even have 8 or 16-bit sprites, and they're just using the Mega Man sprite to make these characters as best as they can. And just like in pixel art for perler beads, I think it's just cheap. I mean, you want the real sprite. You didn't grow up with, you know, Ryu as some Mega Man 8-bit sprite. That's not nostalgic or anything like that. So I mean, what is? Are you paying for the logo that's on the box and that's it? I don't understand why someone would want that. Now, that's my opinion. That's my view, because I'm in this niche part of, I guess, someone that would be a person that would buy that. I understand that it might cater to a newer audience, a younger maybe audience that likes these newer games or whatever. I just feel like it's a greedy cash grab, and, you know, to a certain degree, I'm kind of aware that what I'm saying is, yeah, a company wants to make money, no shit. Yeah, I understand that. But at the same time, I have the right to say, you know what? I'm not going to buy these anymore. And I don't respect the fact that y'all did this and that y'all continue to do this. I don't think I'm going to be buying these anymore as long as they keep making these Mega Man sprite Pixel Pals. And again, it's nothing towards 8-Bit Eric. It's really, you know, towards PDP and what they're doing. I mean, I want them to go to Konami. I would assume that PDP is having to go to, you know, these publishers and get the rights to use these characters. And I want PDP to do that, you know, to go to Konami and get the permissions or whatever to use the Vic Viper, to use Alucard or Dracula or any of the Belmonts, for example. I mean, that's what I want them to do, you know. And it just seemed like most of what they were going to do was that, all based off of their initial release. And really, I guess the biggest thorn in my side with this whole thing is that I literally know how to make these things, and I've done it many times before. Whenever I really want some sprite up on my wall or something, I make it. And I've made 8-bit and 16-bit sprites, you know, it doesn't matter. And I feel like they could be even making 16-bit sprites. There's a risk that they're going to be a little bigger, but at the same time, all they have to do is shrink down the square size and it wouldn't be as big. It's the same thing with Perler Beat art. So Eric, if you're watching this, I'm probably not going to comment anymore. I'm probably not going to comment anymore on the videos about the Mega Man sprites, because it seems like every time you make a video on the subject, I keep making comments and everything. But this is gonna satisfy my urges towards PDP, you know, and it's gonna be out there, and hopefully they see it, and maybe it pushes them to make more real sprites. Maybe it pushes them to try and call Konami and try and pull Konami's head out of its own ass. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, I really hope they make more real sprites. That's really what I'm interested in. Well, that's gonna do it for me. This is Trevor over at Toploaded Gaming saying, PDP, stop it with the Mega Man sprites. Please start making, you know, more real sprites.